What is going on, guys? It is Tony's Takeaway back at it with another Laker video, and the Lakers won 113 to 101 against the Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm just gonna go off and right off and say that every win matters so much, and the Lakers, right? I mean, they were in it the whole time, right? And obviously they went away with it in the fourth quarter, right? The Cavs went cold. The Lakers just went off defensively and offensively. And now we're 3-3. Before I start talking about the game, I don't want anyone discounting how, bright the Cavs' future is. They are a solid team, up and coming, right? So I don't want people to think that we just played a trash team, because we did not just play a trash team, right? Every win counts. And when you lose a game in which you're up 26 points to the worst team in the league in the Thunder, it's so important to come back and win, because that can affect your whole season. It really can. So for the Lakers to come out here and do what they did, especially in the fourth quarter, let's just go ahead and go through it. I mean, LeBron, right? 26 points, 8 assists, 3 steals. His only flaw was 1 of 10 from the three-point line. But in the fourth quarter, he was being aggressive. He made a few clutch layups there at the end. That really helped us seal our victory. He's always... This is LeBron James we're talking about, turning 37 years old in a couple months, right? He is not going to play as aggressive as he once did in the regular season. So you're going to see him take a bunch of threes. And it was an off night for him from the three-point line. He normally does not shoot 1 of 10, but think about it. He had 26 points and shot 45.5% from the field with 1 of 10 from behind the arc. That just goes to show that he can impact the game on so many different levels. That's not even just about the three-point shooting. Russell Westbrook, he came in and you know what? He was fine. 19, 6, and 5. And you know what? I'm not going to sit here and complain, because we won 113 to 101. He shot 8 of 13, right, from the field, which is always a good thing. Yes, he had 4 turnovers, but LeBron had 7. But I'm just saying, it's about the things you do when it matters most. And Russell Westbrook and LeBron James did what they had to do when it mattered most. Anthony Davis, right? You can look at the stat line, the box score, and you're going to think, oh, well, AD didn't do that much, Russell Westbrook didn't do that much, LeBron didn't do that much. But the fact of the matter is that they all impacted on a tremendous basis in which that you wouldn't be able to tell by just looking at the box score. You would have to be able to watch the game and say, okay, well, look, AD contested many shots. He had a huge block in the fourth quarter when the Cavs might have made a little comeback, right? So you had that. Those 3 players, we had 26 points, 19 points, 15 points, and we just won by 12. That is a good sign. Another one player I really wanted to talk about, other than Carmelo, but I'll get to that. Well, let's actually first talk about Carmelo, because he had 24 points, 5 rebounds, 6 of 8 from the three-point line. I said in a couple videos ago when he went off, he's not going to do it every game, and he's not. He's not going to get 24 points a game. But he's definitely better than Kuzma. No shade against Kuzma whatsoever. He's doing really well with Washington, but Carmelo's the much better fit. Offensively, he's the way better three-point shooter. He is confident in his shot. He's not afraid to shoot. And as far as I'm concerned, he has more of an offensive toolkit than Kuz as well, right? He can fade away. He can hit the mid-range. He can come off the screen and pop a mid. He can make his free throws. So this is the Carmelo, off the bench. This is exactly what, it's amazing that, he's even doing this. 24 points. It's just braid Melo. People understand when I say the braids are back, Denver Melo. If you're too young to remember, then you should go back and watch some of his clips, because he's kind of bringing some of that back. It's exciting, but, Carmelo off the bench with 24 points in 24 minutes, to have him come back in the fashion that he did, after he struggled last game against the Thunder. It's really good for him, obviously. Avery Bradley. This is where I want to talk about Frank Vogel, because he made the decision to keep Avery Bradley in there longer than he usually did. He put Avery Bradley in there for 23 minutes. And every single one of those minutes, Avery Bradley impacted the game in some way. Offensively, defensively, energy, right? He was there. He played great defense. He made a couple clutch shots that started our run in the fourth quarter. Avery Bradley was that guy. And, he was on our championship team a couple years ago. Obviously, he didn't participate in the bubble. But you see how good of a player Avery Bradley is. Even though he doesn't fill up the stats, he's that guy that impacts the game significantly. He had the highest plus-minus on the team for a reason with plus 30. He's kind of like he's kind of like a Caruso where, you know, he doesn't show the stats, but he shows the effort, the defense, the hustle, the clutch offensive plays, the IQ. It's all there. And then another player I wanted to touch on was Austin Reeves. You know, Austin Reeves, once again, has shown why he could be a part of the future for the LA Lakers. I mean, this is a guy who, I mean, literally we were down by like 11 points in the third quarter, and Austin Reeves started the comeback. When we were down 11 in the third, Austin Reeves was the guy who started the comeback. He was the one who started making a three. He was the one who was getting the jump ball with Evan Mobley, right? He was getting the energy going. He was getting some kind of momentum going. I mean, Austin Reeves started it all. If you really look at the game, stat-wise, 7 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, right? I mean, he did a little bit of everything in 21 minutes, so... You know, I mean, I just like Austin Reeves a lot. I like how he can make a shot when you need it. You know, defensively, he can be there. I mean, he's very scrappy. He's a very hustle-like player, and that's what you want out of your bench. You want your bench to come in and make an impact, whether they put the stats in or not, right? I mean, you saw Carmelo 24-5, right? Statistically, he probably had the best game out of anyone, right? But it's players like Austin Reeves and Avery Bradley who came in and really made that impact. So overall, I mean, the Lakers, great game by them. I mean, I get it. Like, people want to say it's against the Cavs. People want to say it's not that big of a deal. But for this team, every win matters. Every win counts because it's such a new team. It's such a superstar-led team. And they need to figure out how to learn together. They need to get the chemistry going. And how does chemistry evolve? By winning. So I don't care who you win against. If the Lakers win, that's so important for their chemistry long term. If they keep losing, it's just a downward spiral, you know? So, great game from the Lakers, and that's all I have to say about it because this was a great bounce back win. So, I'm really happy that the Lakers are now 3-3. Just hopefully we can start to build some momentum up from here. But that's all I have to say about this game. You know, if you like this video, drop a like. Comment down below what you thought about the Lakers beating the Cavs. And subscribe for more, guys. Alright, guys? Peace out. Take it easy.